gentlemen, welcome back to the ConneXion podcast. You know what? This is the beginning of 2025, and we are going to talk about how do we set the goals, the right goals for the year. So my invitation is going to really be to take time for yourself. Make sure that you are creating an opportunity for yourself to create a very intentional year in a way that when you look at it at the end of the year, you say, you know what? I'm so happy that I stood up for myself. I'm so happy that I have designed small, ambitious, realistic goals that I have been able to focus on. And this is the end of the year, this is December, and I've been able to achieve something tangible for myself. In this world of technology, of social media, of digital influence and everything that is distracting us, focus is the hardest thing to do. The invitation here is to say, I'm not going to say, unsubscribe out of your social media, leave social engagement. It's not what I'm trying to say. If you can do digital detox, that would be good for you. But most importantly, design your year in a way that you are dictating how the year is going to go by saying, these are the small things I want to see happening in my life because I love myself, because I respect myself, and also because I do recognize that I'm someone who's capable. So start saying, I wish to see A, B, C, D up to the end of the year. So one of the easiest tools that we use is a vision board, where you have a small box or piece of paper where you're going to cut out of small elements in journals or print out some images from the internet, stick them together like we used to do in kindergarten, have something very fun, very inspirational just for you, but which is, I'll say, a living reflection of the thing that you want to see happening in 2025. So the reason why I insist on having realistic goals is because if you have not maybe graduated from school, if you just started your job, it's going to be a little bit unrealistic to feel like you're going to just end the year with your first house. Just say, what are the realistic financial goals I can set for me in 2025 that maybe in 5 years from now are going to help me have my own house, my own car, whatever it is that you are dreaming for. But it's much easier to live a very passive life where just life happens to you. You wake up, things happen, you wake up, things don't happen. You can blame it on your neighbors, your parents, the economy, the end of that dream can just be blamed on so many things. But when you say, actually, I want to try as much as I can to have this outcome manifested in 2025, and I'm going to design the pathway to get there. If you want to secure your first job, for instance, you have to start by volunteering. You cannot just sit at home and someone will send you a job offer in your inbox. Wake up, get ready, look professional, go on and knock on so many doors of so many offices. Maybe one of them will end up opening for you. Do you want to learn a new language? Do that. Do you want to purchase your first, your second, your third car? Kind of like lay down your roadmap. How do you get there? What do you need to have in place to get there? Do you have romantic goals? Set those. Do you have financial goals? Do you have health goals? Do you have family goals? Go into the habit of sitting with yourself and say, I want to really be able to achieve A, B, C, D in 2025. So start with the vision board that I just explained, and then out of each vision, look at the realistic goals that you can set every single month. And if you can, at the end of the month, sit again with yourself, monitor what you have been able to do, be realistic with some of the areas where you have failed yourself. Try to forgive yourself, not use that as a mean to punish yourself, but also be responsible and accountable towards yourself. It's possible. If you can, and you have someone that you trust, you can have an accountability buddy that you do goal setting with, and someone who's on the same elevation journey with you, and someone who's not jealous of you, someone who's genuinely supportive of you, to ensure that you are inspiring them to aim higher, same as they're doing it for you. And do it year after year, monitor your goals, And if you feel like, the first quarter is just ending and you feel like you haven't achieved anything, it's okay. You still have another so many quarters within the year. Focus your energy, your mental strength, your brain, your conversations, your time, on just like being obsessed with achieving those tiny goals. But whenever you add them up together, you realize that you have something you can be proud of. So some people talk about, elements of confidence. They say, oh, I don't have confidence. But, mostly confidence comes from achieving things that you have promised yourself to do. Confidence does not come from necessary experience. It does come from experience to some extent. But inner confidence comes from your own intimate knowledge that you can trust yourself on achieving things that you have put your mind on and things that you have said you're going to do. It helps you to feel so much respect for yourself. It helps you to have really like, that intimate conviction that you are an achiever. And when you know you are an achiever, no one can ever take that away from you. And then you end up, displaying confidence. People wonder, how is he and she that confident? But they don't know that confidence is really like an outcome of the journey. So let's stay together on this particular channel and let's really like, build that virtual community, even if sometimes we're going to be meeting in person, of people who say, I'm so intentional about the life that I'm creating. I'm so intentional about triggering the right opportunities for me. And I'm so intentional about my personal growth, my professional growth, my character growth, but also the material growth of things that I want to see manifesting in my life. Because it starts with an idea on your mind, then you lay down a plan on how to get there. And from one plan, you ask for advice, you find resources, you save more, you are more intentional about your resource allocation. And then you never know, at the end of the day, you can be 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road, you just realize that you have achieved that goal. Guess what? It prompts you to even set much more goals at a much more higher ambitious level. So the invitation here, whether you are a team, you are a person, set those goals. But for me here, the biggest call to action is to individuals. Whatever it is that you can achieve in your personal life, it's so much more easier to achieve it in a collective community. So let's check in again towards the end of the year and see if you have been able to design a successful year. I've already, designed my vision board. I have it as the cover of my phone. I have it on my screen. So whenever I open my laptop or my phone, I have it saved there. So it can remind me, those images do remind me that, I've set myself up to success. But behind that, it's not just about, having a vision board that is colorful, full of images. It's also the action plan you put behind. Because a vision board does not execute itself. It requires you, your engagement, your action, your commitment, your focus, your investment, your humility, your knowledge, your expertise, to then, invest in those actions. Small step. I have a friend who calls them small steps every day. The small steps you take every single day get you to the end of the path. So let's check in again towards the end of the year and see what you are celebrating about you. You building a life for yourself, and then being an inspiration for other people around you, because it's possible and because you can. Yeah? Okay, so thank you very much.